Hi, folks, and welcome to Street Smart Options. I'm Jim Bunker, and with me tonight is Jonathan Sherman. Tonight, we're going to be talking about options trading, how to make money. And, folks, if you're interested in how to make money with options trading, you really should be looking at streetsmartoptions.com. That's where we have our completely done for you system where we show you exactly what Jonathan used to take his money from his wedding and turned it into just under $1 million in about 7 years. If you're watching us on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, why not? It's free and you'll get free videos like this. And if you're going to subscribe, really consider hitting that bell icon so you won't miss other good content like the content we're giving away here on this video today. So with that being said, Jonathan, take us through it.
So how to make money with options trading. Where to begin is, you have to have a sense of the direction of the market, right? And we do these things called profit cycle trading, which is 3 to 12 week cycles. And we try to trade these cycles so that, we get in when the cycle is oversold, and we start scaling out as the cycle gets overdone. And it's not clear, I have here the S&P 500 index, and it's not clear looking at a chart of the S&P where you actually are in the cycle. We use proprietary cycle indicators, and part of our Street Smart Options group, if you join there, you'll be included in knowing those indicators. And like, for example, the S&P here has rallied from the end of 2018 into where we are now, which is May 2019, and it looks, pretty sharp straight up. But during this phase, actually, it was oversold, obviously, down here at the bottoms of the 2018 low. But then it actually got somewhat oversold here in this little consolidation area, and now it's getting oversold again. Now, there's no guarantee, with any of this, that your time is going to be perfect, and that's why you use stop losses and risk control and position sizing. But you can tilt the odds in your favor tremendously, especially over time, to make money consistently with options trading. So what kind of trading are we talking about? So, I like to, for somebody that is looking at making money options trading, I like to start with, I call easy trades. And easy trades are trades where you focus on a stock that has a nice, quiet trend line. So with Microsoft, for example, that we have here, you can see Microsoft has rallied very, very consistently and quietly up its trend line, up the 50-day moving average it's getting old now, but if you got in a little bit earlier on in this trend, like in this area, you can see that it had a lot of opportunity without a lot of volatility to make money trading the stock and trading options on the stock. And that's really, if you're starting out, it's really the easiest place to go is these stocks that are trending really tightly on the chart, trending up. And so Microsoft is an example. Another example is Visa. Now, Visa has trended quite frequently during its time since it's been a public company. So, from 2017 to 2018, it was this nice smooth trend, right? And there's lots of stocks like this that it's not just Visa and Microsoft. There's a lot of emerging companies that are maybe not household names yet that are like this. So like, I'm going to bring up one here called Shopify, and Shopify is another company that has a very sticky customer base, and it tends to trend really well. So my point is with all this is that if you pick the right underlying, your stock option trading activity becomes a lot easier. Because if you pick a stock that's not going to fall out of bed tomorrow because of the next news event, that has a built-in competitive advantage, then you're dealing with an easier trade. And so these companies have these monopolies, or they have very sticky products where the customers, are with them for a long time. They have subscription models. And so these are the kind of stocks that if you're going to trade for, and try to make money consistently over time, these are the easiest kind of things to trade. And so what kind of options trades should you put on these things? Okay, these are nice trending stocks. What should you do? And by the way, these things work, these kind of trends work during bull markets. And bull markets last for years and years, right? So, I mean, we've been in a bull market really since 2009, and it's getting old now, and probably things are getting a little more risky now. But the market has rallied since 2009. But the market goes in these long-term cycles. They'll rally for like 4 years, and then maybe fall, and then rally, for like 6 months or something like that, and rally another few more years, and so it's get in these rally phases, and it's the easiest money for people that are relatively new to stock options trading is really the easiest place to go. So, what kind of trades you put on these stocks? Well, I like to trade 6 kind of trades. I do bull call spreads, bull put spreads, and then during declining markets, I do bear call spreads and bear put spreads, and those are more challenging. And then I sell naked puts and I write covered calls. And maybe we'll talk about just one of these. I can't get into all of these right now. Of course, in Street Smart Options, in our course, we get into all of these. But, maybe just look at the writing covered calls. Now, this here is our calculator that all our members have. And you go into the writing calls area in our calculator, and you can take a look at the kind of things we're talking about. So say you have a portfolio of, maybe you have a $50,000 portfolio, and maybe you want to sell some calls on Visa, right? Or let's actually pick Microsoft, since I have that chart up already. Now, why would we want to do that, right? Well, you can sell, you have monthly expiring call options on the regular schedule that you can sell on Microsoft. So if this thing's trending all the time, right, you could be buying the stock and then selling calls, $3, $4 above it, and just collecting that premium month in, month out, right? It's just going to keep on adding to your returns on the stock. And if the stock gets called away from you, well, re-enter the position and then start again, and just keep on doing it. You can do it all the way up. It's just going to boost your returns. If the stock is climbing, so you're going to get appreciation from the stock, and you're also going to get appreciation from the call right? So, for example, with this stock, let's say we want to put a max position size of 10% of our portfolio into Microsoft, right? So we're going to have to buy 200 shares. Well, I should say we got to put in the price for Microsoft, right? So Microsoft right now, close is, and I'm not saying that now is the best time to do this. Notice it's kind of jetted up. It's best to do this as this Microsoft stock pulls back to its 50-day moving average, but it is a pullback, so it's not a bad time. So right now the stock is closed at 125.50. So we'll put that into our little calculator. 125.50. And let's see, the stock is Microsoft. Okay. And let's see, the annual dividend yield of Microsoft, I'm not quite sure what it is offhand. We can go to finance.yahoo. Now, it's not going to make a huge difference, but it's every little bit helps when you're trying to make long-term returns. And we can type in Microsoft here, and we can look up what the yield is on Microsoft. And let's see, it has a forward dividend of 1.41%, right? Forward one. 1.41% is what it's yielding, and forward dividend is 1.84. So let's put 1.84 in. Oops. 84. Okay. And basic probability of exercise is just the best guess for how likely this is going to get called away from you, right? Maybe a 33% chance it's going to get called away from you. Today's date is the 9th of May. And we're going to look at the expiration. We're going to look at the regular expiration dates on this. So let's go to a options chain for Microsoft. And we got to pull it up. Okay, and we'll pull up the options chain, and we're going to look at the regular June 21st expiration. And so this stock was trading at 125.5. So, maybe we'll write the 130s, right? And this is a month out. So you can collect a premium right now by selling the 130s against the stock of $185 for every 100 shares you own, right? And that's if you hit the bid, which you'd probably, it's a bid ask of 5 cents, so it's pretty close. So you can sell the 185, the 130 strike for $1.85. So let's get back to our calculator here. So the strike is 130, and the price of the option is 1.85, right? So you can see that we have a share size of 0, and the reason is that because Microsoft is kind of an expensive stock here, if we don't want to put on too big a position with our $50,000 portfolio, we wouldn't be able to do a buy right call writing strategy with Microsoft, right? So we need a portfolio more in the order of 200,000 if we want to keep our risk at 10%, and then we were able to buy 100 shares of the stock, right? So when we buy 100 shares of the stock with a $200,000 portfolio, we can sell one contract against it. One contract controls 100 shares. And because, this is like a, let's see, I got to put the expiration date in here. So let's see what that is again. Expiration date is June 21st. Put that in. And so we have all our numbers in there correctly. And so we can see that our estimated gain on this on 1 month is about 3%, right? So, on call writing, you're not going to make a huge amount of money on call writing itself, right? But over the course of a year, you do this every month, and it's going to add up. I mean, with Microsoft appreciating, and you're also getting the premium from the call right, your annualized gain is going to be higher than what the stock can provide alone, right? And so some other strategies you can boost your annualized gains, like doing vertical call spreads, bull call spreads, that kind of thing. But we can't get into everything in just one video. But on the call right strategy, this is how I would approach it for making money trading options. And so and there, what you can do is I use a service called stockcharts.com, and stockcharts.com, it's a really reasonably priced service, and they give you all the charts you need, so you can maybe go to the S&P 500 and just one at a time put in symbols, see what kind of stocks are trending, right? And then do some buy rights on these stocks, right? And they're kind of they're lower risk than like a biotech stock or some cyclical stock like that is in the industrial goods sector, but they offer enough volatility premium, as in contrast to something like some of the major pharmaceutical companies or something like that, where there's so much volatility premium, that you can actually make some decent money on the buy right. So that's all I need to say right now for options trading, how to make money.
All right, folks. So again, if you aren't a member of our free Facebook group, you should really go over there and check us out. To get to the Facebook group, all you need to do is put in the 3 letters SSO, and it should pull up Street Smart Options Group on Facebook. All you need to do is ask to join, and we'll get you in there, and you'll see new posts and new videos just like this. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.